Hello, my name is Dawn Ekejiuba, and I'm an undergraduate student at Trident University. This presentation fulfills my Case 4 assignment for my Management 407 class. I'm going to tell you about a time when I first started a new role as a project manager. It was during a time when my organization was going through a global transformation. We were merging our U.S. and international operations. As a result of this global transformation, rapid change and consolidation was happening in most of the areas of the business. At the time, I had been given the responsibility of managing a project where the goal was to combine the U.S. and international employee mentoring programs. The scope of work included contracting with a third party vendor who would assist in designing a new integrated global employee mentoring platform accessible to all employees across the globe. The current state was that the two separate programs were locally based and accessibility to mentors, mentees, and resources were limited and location based. I learned the project management methodology during my certification training, but this would be my first opportunity to put what I had learned into practice. My leadership informed me that I would lead this effort, but would also be assisted by a project manager from our International Operations Division. I was also informed that this project manager had been brought up to speed on the requirements, the scope of work, and the intended outcome of the project. I conducted the project kickoff call, which included all the resources assigned from the various business areas to support the project. A consultant from the design vendor we chose was also on the call, as well as the International Operations Project Manager. I was super nervous with this being my first run out of the gate, and I hadn't quite gained the confidence that I have today with respect to leading or facilitating a meeting. I led the team through introductions and started laying out the scope of work as well as the ownership of each of the project deliverables. The project manager from our international divisions team interrupted my presentation and began asking what I felt were inflammatory questions. She questioned the scope of work, she questioned the ownership of the task, and she questioned the timeline for completing the project. Her tone was disagreeable and non-collaborative. Other team members began to raise their hands to ask follow-up questions to what my peer had introduced, and the call quickly introduced competing priorities, misalignment, and conflicting views on the expected outcome. I quickly took back control and I thanked the project manager for bringing her concerns forward. I then addressed the rest of the team and the consultant. I reminded everyone that we were in the midst of a global transformation and that sometimes results in communications not being disseminated effectively. I told the team that I was committed to leveraging the best use of their time as subject matter experts. Therefore, I would use this opportunity to connect one-on-one with my peer, which was the international project manager, to regain alignment on the scope of work. I thanked everyone for their time, told them I was looking forward to working with them on this important global initiative, and that I would reschedule this call. My next order of business was to connect with my peer with the purpose of understanding her angst around this project. To my surprise, I learned a few key facts that helped me better understand our breakdown. One, she was initially informed that she would be the lead project for this effort. The lead project manager for this effort. Two, her manager shared the PM leadership change and my kickoff presentation 1 hour before the kickoff call, so she had no lead time. Three, she also shared that she designed the International Employee Mentoring Program that our employees use today, and she felt like a new global platform would lose the essence and spirit of the local program. I thanked her for sharing this additional context and told her I understood how she felt. We together agreed to a few things. We would review my kickoff deck and revise it to reflect some important tenets we'd like to keep from both programs as we move towards a consolidated one. That she would review the updates and gain buy-in and approval from her leadership, and I would do the same. that we would meet with the vendor together to ensure the design features that we agreed upon were feasible, and that we would reschedule the kickoff call and co-facilitate. With this new approach, my peer and I were able to successfully deliver the project within scope, within budget, and within the agreed upon timeline. Today, as a result of this collaboration, our employees across the globe have access to a comprehensive multi-level mentoring program.